Check. 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. This is welcome to the MattViolinist Podcast, episode Alim. Motherfucking Alim. I got a very special guest here. We got DJ Haitian Love in the building. What's good, bro?
What's up, my brother? I'm happy to be here, family.
I know. I'm glad you pulled up on short notice, too.
Oh, that's cool. It's cool, bro. You got to show love when people show you love, bro.
Now, that's a fact. I actually really appreciate that shit, too, because it's just like, there's a lot of people that I've asked to come on here. They'd be like, yeah, bro, I'll pull up.
And
like,
they haven't done it.
I'm like, bro, what you need? If you need me to pull up and pick you up and, you know, get you an Uber or something like that, I want you on. I want to make your experience like, cool. You just like, all right, bro, just give me the date. I'll pull up whenever. It's like, all right. And then you was here. I was like, yo, I fuck with that.
Yeah, of course,
I fuck
bro.
with that.
Of course. I support, bro. Like, one entertainer to another entertainer, man. We got to network with each other, bro. Like, you never know what someone can do for you in the future, bro. For real. Mm-hmm. And I really got by that because you never know what opportunities and doors can be open just by networking with someone who has a platform or even someone similar to your skill set. You know what I mean? We shouldn't hate on each other. We shouldn't like withhold information from each other. Let's network. Let's work together so that way one of us can make it and you can put the other person on.
You really, you know what I mean? You really believe in not withholding information?
Nah, I don't. If it's something if somebody did it for me, I'm gonna do it for someone else as well.
Because I'm not gonna lie, there's been like other violinists that be like, oh, like Matt, where do you get your soak instrumentals from? I'm just like the internet.
Okay, all right, yeah, you can do that. That's different.
You know what I'm saying? Like those are like some sacred.
Oh, okay, some tips.
Yeah, some sacred files, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But nah, it's lit that you here, bro. It's really lit that you here. I'm glad to have you here, bro.
I'm happy to be here, bro. Let's do this.
Yeah, man. Yo, so we was having a conversation about the starting of your DJ career.
Yes.
Specifically about when you started miking.
Yeah.
So as many of you, or some of you may not know, like when I started miking, one of my first experiences miking, I ended up stuttering really bad. Like really fucking bad. And for somebody who didn't understand the art of miking and DJing at the same time, it kind of left a brutal scar on me.
Oh, yeah.
It was brutal, bro.
It can the people of your audience can really hurt your feelings. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're entertaining for them. They're following your path. So you're setting the mood. You're setting the vibe as the DJ, as the entertainer for the night. You know what I mean? So everybody has their attention and they're focused on you. So now when you're doing things or you're saying things or you're acting a way that they're not agreeing with, it's real present in their faces.
They know.
It's like, damn.
They know.
There's been a time where I wasn't really informed on the audience that was in front of me. They hired me for the booking, and this is a lesson learned, and I let this lesson be something that everyone can learn from. Pretty much, I took this booking for a birthday party, for a particular surprise birthday party for a woman's husband.
Right.
So, you know, they gave me the address, they gave me the deposit, everything good to go, right? They tell me how many people's going to be there. I'm like, I bet. I got my equipment. I know where it is. I'm, do what it do, right? Caribbean people, all right, I'm going to do what it do. So, I'm having a good old time, playing the music, people enjoying themselves and all that. So now it's the turn up segment. Everybody finishing in, everybody want to turn up, everybody want to have fun. So we're doing it, right? I'm doing what it do. Everybody's having a good old time. Now, I start playing some hype music, some hype soca, some hype, house music, and then they're Caribbean and they're Haitian. So I said, you know what, let me go to the Haitian rah-rah segment. I go to the Haitian rah-rah segment, and then I play a particular song that, I'm like, all right, they about to go crazy for this. And I play a particular Haitian rah-rah song, and then everybody just stops and look at me. And I'm like, what's going on? I've never, got that look before. Everybody stopped staring at me, and they're staring at me in disgust. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm nervous now. Somebody whispers to me and said, hey, they're religious. Oh, so the song I played represents voodoo. It represents
man. Yeah, it was a rap
singing.
for you.
So
it was a rap for you, bro.
So, like, everybody is looking at me in disgust, and then everybody stopped dancing. I killed the entire mood and vibe of the audience.
Bro, I had a situation like that before, too. I remember I was DJing this graduation party. One of my homeboys, DJ So Real, like, he was just like, yo, I'm not really into the dance hall thing like that. Can you pull up and do your thing? I'm like,
yeah,
I got you, bro. Like, don't even worry about the bread. I'm not doing anything this weekend. I'll pull up and do my thing.
Yeah.
So it's a graduation party. This woman, she got her bachelor's. Right?
Congrats.
So, there's mad, like, family there. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So there's older folk, younger folk.
Some students, peers, or whatever.
Yeah, so I'm reading the rooms. I'm just like, I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm not gonna play like the raw versions.
Yeah.
I play a clean version.
Keep it clean, of course.
She was just like, yo, she pulled up to me. She's like, yo, can you just like go in with the cartel? I'm just like, what do you mean? She was like, I see like you're playing like the clean versions. Like, can you just play the raw versions? In my head, I'm like, yo, I see your grandmother. I see your moms. I see your uncle, and they look religious too.
Now you have a decision to make.
Bro.
What did you do?
I did what she asked me to do.
So you followed her and not the audience.
I asked her, I said, yo, are you sure? She was like, yeah, it'll be fine.
Because she's the one paying you.
Yeah.
Correct? But she's not being
not a DJ.
receptive. Of course, she's not a DJ. She's not being receptive of the audience that's in front of you. She's only worrying about her
needs.
Her needs, exactly. Her wants for the party. But go ahead.
Granted, it is her party. It is her day. So I can understand that. But I gave her a firm, are you sure? She was like, yeah, go ahead, do your thing. I was like, all right. And when I give that I'm just like, I can foresee a very bad car accident happening. Bro, the first song that I played, I just saw the uncle doing this. He looked like a referee, like, somebody trying to kick a field goal.
He just looked at you
good.
with that serious face.
He's like, no.
What are you doing?
I was just like, you see, I was trying to tell you. Just trying to tell you. And I cut it off. Now everybody looking at me like I'm a rookie and I'm a scrub. I'm just like
you got no respect.
Whatever.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. When it comes to the private event game, like a lot of people don't understand that there's a difference between being a club DJ and a DJ who does private events. There's a lot of style and a lot of mixing and a type of mixing that you're going to do for a private event crowd. And what I mean by private event crowd, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about baby showers, communions, weddings, christenings, sweet 16s, birthday parties as far as, 21-year-old, 50, significant, ages. When you're doing these private events, you're not going to play the same way you're playing in the club.
Not
certain songs that doesn't really gravitate to the audience in a private event, it might not gravitate in the club. Certain songs in the club is not going to gravitate to the private event. You know what I mean? It's different. People need to understand when you doing a private event, the safest thing to do is play all clean music, because there's people of all different ages at these events. Clean music. You cannot go wrong with clean music. You're in the club, you want to go dirty, depends on what you're saying on the microphone, go ahead, be my guest. But when you're doing that private event, be respectful of all of the people at the entire event. That's ages from 2 months old to 70 years old, 80 years old. So that's one of the tips that I give to everyone on the outside, is that whenever I'm doing a private event, I only play clean music. If I don't have it clean, I don't play it. Period.
And that's the safest way to do it.
Safest.
I remember I did this one Sweet 16 too. Like, I got the okay from the parents, mom and dad, and from the girl whose party I was DJing. They're like, yo, you can play whatever you want. It's her day. Do whatever she wants. She wants the dirty versions, play the dirty versions. Go ahead. We don't care. Bro, her grandmother was there. Pulled up to me in blackout. She like, turn that fucking shit off. And then I was just like, I don't know who she is, bro. She was old, like
she was very pissed off.
I'm talking about like brittle. So it was just like there was like this step onto the stage. You had to take a big step, bro. She could barely even get up on the stage
just to come and say that to you,
bro. She was legit about to like scrap between like me and Blackout, and me and Blackout just looking at each other. It's just like, yo, she's really about to come on the stage. So eventually, when she got on the stage, the parents came, and then the girls whose party it was. They got her off the stage. Like, when they got her off the stage, they were trying to usher her to, like, the front where everybody was, like, chilling, like, towards the lobby and everything. Yeah. And she was cussing me and Blackout out.
The entire night.
Walking
back and forth.
Off. Going off on us. And then, like, the parents just kept apologizing to me and Blackout. They were embarrassed. I'm just like, yo, don't worry about it. Trust me and Blackout have dealt with some crazy shit. Yeah. And like our DJ career. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, this was just like a little cute, laugh, but they were embarrassed, bro.
Yeah, it's there's many moments, bro. There's times, there's lateness times, there's not being punctual to events that can, a lot of things can go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I've experienced a lot of different things. I would say the most pressure I've gotten at an event was I was late for somebody's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
The one time I've done at least now, not to be cocky, but I've done I'm approaching high 80s or high 80s when it comes to weddings.
You could definitely be cocky. You
My
could be
numbers.
cocky on this platform, bro.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? You earned it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm reaching there, and I'm reaching there. You know, throughout my DJ career, I'm reaching that many weddings now. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm reaching that number, and throughout all the weddings I have done, I have never, you know, knock on wood, have been late for a wedding except for this one. And the reason why, ladies and gentlemen, I was late for this particular wedding was because he changed the time, the start time of the wedding, and I didn't get to put it in my calendar. So now, on the original contract, it shows a different time. He didn't want me there for the ceremony. He wanted me just for the reception. But he did contact me probably like, I think a month prior, saying, hey, listen, I need you there at this time. But I guess at that particular moment, I was doing so much when he called me, I didn't put it in my calendar.
It happens.
And I go to my calendar for everything. You know, my contracts and making sure my setups and everything. At that particular time, I was doing pretty much my wedding setups all myself. I didn't have my assistant at the time where he would go set up for me and things of that sort. It was just me doing my wedding setups. So now, the day of the wedding, I get a phone call from somebody who's in the bridal party talking about, hey, are you making your way there right now? And I said, why would I be making it right now? It's 3:30. You know, it starts at 7. They said, no, it doesn't. It starts at 5. I said, it starts at 5. I said 5. And I thought about it. I said, oh my God.
You forgot to change it.
It starts at 5. And it's 3:30. And I'm in Fort Hamilton, Brooklyn. It's in old Westbury. Like it's by Roosevelt Field Mall. So there's no way I'm gonna get there by 5 o'clock from where I'm at. It's gonna take me at least an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to Queens.
Right.
For that rush hour traffic. So now I'm panicking. I'm rushing to Queens. As I'm rushing to Queens, I call one of my DJ friends. Yo, listen, bro. I'm in a big bind. I need you to do the ceremony for me, bro. I'm going to be crazy late. Just go over there. This is a song that they need or whatever. Just go over there as fast as you can. He said, yo, I'm at work right now, but I think I can make it there before you. I said, I bet. Go. Right? So now he's going. So now the groom is calling me. It's 5 o'clock, and I still even get to my crib yet. Right? It's 5 o'clock. It's 4:30. It's 4:30.
Let me ask you a question before you continue. Did you ignore those calls?
No, I took the calls at first.
You lied.
No. I took the calls at first, right? At 4:30, the hall is calling me. I was at Chateaubriand, right? Chateaubriand, the maitre d's calling me at 4:30, like, hey, where you at? I want to set you up. I said, I'm on my way. I'm in traffic. Right? He called me. Don't answer. Right? He didn't call me. I said what it is. Groom called me. He said, yo, what's up, bro? Where you at? I said, I'm in some traffic. My partner's going to be there soon. And you can just, he'll set up for the ceremony. All right? He said, okay, you sure? I said, yeah, my partner's going to be there soon. My partner's in traffic. He's coming from out east. I'm coming from west. He's coming from east. So now he's in crazy traffic. They call me at 5:15. I'm like, oh, I'm rushing. I'm close to my house now at 5:15. Right? So now I'm close to my house at 5:15. He's calling me, where you at? Right? I said, yo, my partner's going to be there any minute. Where he at? He's still not here. I'm calling my boy. I said, where you at, bro? I'm in traffic, bro. I get to my house at 5:30. I run inside, throw all the equipment in my car. I didn't even take a shower. I run downstairs. I had to iron a shirt. I had to iron pants. So I didn't get to take a shower, bro.
You know what's funny too? You know when you really start to feel that time crunch? When you waiting for that iron to get hot. Be like, yo, this shit can't move any slower. Yo, I've been there, bro. I've been there.
Oh my God.
Bro.
I'm rushing I'm sweating like a monster, bro. I'm sweating like a monster. I'm over here rushing this. Take my shirt, right? I'm like, yo, where you at? He's like, yo, I'm about to be there soon. It's like 5:40 or 5:45, right? Mm-hmm. So now I get on the highway at 5:45, right? Boom, get home 5:30. I grab this stuff. Like I put all my stuff in the car in like 6 minutes. Then run downstairs, grab my shirt, iron my shirt and pants in like 6 minutes. Run to the car, grab my shoes, run to the car, all right? Run to the car. I start driving, we'll hop on the highway. Crazy traffic still, right? They're holding off. My boy gets there at 6:15.
God damn.
He gets there at 6:15.
And what time was it supposed to start?
It's 5. He gets there at 6:15. I get there at 6:30. They just start the ceremony. Like right when I get there, they just started. Mm-hmm. So they found a way to play it through the house speakers or whatever. So they start the ceremony. He's like, we just started the ceremony. You can set up for the reception. And the maitre d' has a craziest stick attitude with me. He's so big man. Like he don't want to say that. You don't want to look at me and discuss. Right? I don't care.
It's not your wedding. I know he has to he's like the middleman between communicating with you and the bride and groom. And I'm sure that they probably had questions that he couldn't answer.
Yeah, so I'm setting up for the reception. I see one of the people's in the bridal party, they come up to me like, yo, lover, what happened, man? Like, what's going on? I say, yo, bro. And I'm texting the nigga like, yo, groom, like, yo, bro, I'm so sorry, bro. Like, it's crazy traffic. And I said to him like, yo, you know what? Forget about the remaining balance, bro.
I'll hook you up.
Right. Remaining balance is off. Is off. So that's like 700 I'm out of right there. Right? I'm out of right there. They was like, yo, she's like, yo. Like one of my friends in the bar was like, love, you better make this shit lit. Right? You better make this shit lit. So I said, I gotta make this shit lit. Mm-hmm. Right? I was really gonna make it lit, but I said, I gotta give some extra vibe. So now the reception starts. I was like, give me the list, whatever. So I'm getting the list and I'm hyping up the crowd crazy before I even bring them out. And everybody's hyped, everybody's turned up, and everybody can hear. Mm-hmm. The bridal party can hear outside the doors, right? And they come out and I shout them out. I'm like, yo, make some noise. Now y'all can do better than that. Come on. Everybody's hyped, everybody's jumping, everybody's this, right? So now when the groom and bride come out, I said, hey, everybody get up out your seats. And everybody's screaming and yelling, going crazy. And then they come out and they smile and they cheesing. So the entrance was lit. The first dance was lit, crazy lit. And they sat down, right? And he came up to me, right? I said, yo, bro, I'm about to make your wedding OD lit right now. All right? That's my bad because of the traffic, but I'm about to make your wedding OD lit. Don't worry about the rebound. He's like, you know what, lover, you did. I see what you're talking about, bro. He wasn't so mad. He wasn't mad. After he had that conversation 1-to-1 with him, and I said to him, yo, forget about the remaining balance. Mm-hmm. You good? Let me take care of you. Mm-hmm. He's like, good. And then he was no longer upset. The bride was no longer upset. And then they just enjoyed the wedding. But here's the funny thing. I saved him. Talk about karma. I saved him. And the reason why I saved him was because they originally had 150 guests, but the mom and dad decided to take it upon themselves and invite church members.
Oh, you know it gets crazy after that.
So now
we're gonna have 5,000 after that.
There were a total of 240 guests that were unpaid for that needed to get paid that night.
So it pretty much used your remaining balance.
They used my remaining balance and dip it into their pockets.
Yeah, of course.
To pay for.
Because them plates be like, depending on where you go, $150 a plate or some shit like that.
$100, $150 a plate, bro. Yeah. This was a Thursday wedding. Remember, at this particular time, this is the era when people just started doing Thursday weddings because they found out it was cheaper than doing the Saturday than the Sunday. You know what I mean? The Friday. So, man, I saved them. At this time, I saved them because they would have been real assed out if it wasn't for that.
And you know what's funny too? Like I always speak on when it comes to like character of other musicians and other DJs and everything. I always speak on like integrity, and it's just like with you being late, it's just like you ain't have to do that. You could have been late. Like I'm not setting nothing up until I get my remaining balance. You know what I'm saying? And I've done stuff with people like that too. It's just like, yo, I made a mistake. I was late too. Don't worry about it. It's not all about the bread.
Yeah, it isn't.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Even though this is my livelihood, even though I dedicated my entire life to get to this point, it's just like at the end of the day, I want to have integrity when I do business with people.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
People value that way better.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I want it to be easy for you. You hire me, you liked me, I'll come through, I'll be early, I'll be on time, I'll do my job to the best of my ability, pay me, and that's it. If I make a mistake somewhere, it's just like I can compensate you for making it a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah.
After the contracts and deposit and everything was all set.
Said and done.
But you know, it's funny. Speaking about having other DJs like set up for you and everything, as a musician, especially for like the new ones that are up and coming, you need those people to pull up for you in those tight corner spots.
Yes,
bro.
You do.
I will never ever forget this. This is back when Apple Music first dropped. So you can get like, you could pay like $7, $8 a month, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Right? I was still on a free trial. Never forget this. I had to DJ this Christmas party for like this doctor's office.
Okay.
It was light. Probably like 30, 40 people tops. I've done it last year.
I love those. I love those.
You could do it in your sleep kind of thing, right?
I love those. 4 hours, 3 hours. That's it.
Now, mind you, I had my like 2011 laptop for about 6-7 years at this point. I'm one of those people that like I do my best to take care of all my electronics, all of them. So, excuse me. The graphics card failed. Now,
So the screen went out.
everything went out, and this was at the beginning of the event. So it's just like, okay, fine. I try my best not to panic because in my head, the worst decisions that I've made come from places of panic. So I'm just like, okay, your laptop's not working right now. Figure it out. I'm like, all right, let me just plug in my phone. I had my aux, plugged in my phone, put it on Apple Music. It was all like jazz and everything. So I'm like, all right, just try to figure it out. Bro, that shit was not starting up at all. And my homeboy, DJ So Real, yo, his girl was pregnant, like about to bust pregnant, about to pop kind of pregnant, like have the baby at any moment.
He came to your rescue.
Bro, I was like, yo, I could not be in more of an emergency right now. Can you please just bring your laptop to like this location that I'm at? He's like, yo, don't worry about it. I'll be there in like 30 minutes. Mind you, I was trying to troubleshoot my laptop for about a solid hour. The event is only 3 hours. So after that first hour went by, everybody's just like, oh, can we dance now? Can we dance now? So it's just like, it's part of my job not to allow them to see me sweat.
Yeah.
Bro, I am panicking in my head. They're like, can you play something like more upbeat? I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, I got you. Mind you, once I put my head back into the laptop, I'm pressing mad buttons.
Yeah, trying to get shit working.
Going online, trying to figure out what's going on. It was a graphics card. Can't do nothing about it.
Nothing.
Bro, they came up to me about a solid 3 or 4 times. Each time they came up to me, they started to get more and more impatient.
Of course.
I'm just like, yo. So this one woman came up to me. She's like, I don't know what's going on, but it seemed like there's something wrong. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna come clean. This is what's going on. My laptop's not working. And as I was explaining it to her, So Real came in. And he just threw his laptop right on the NS7 like deck, plugged in. I was like, never mind. We good. Started going in. I ain't know none of his cues, nothing. But bro, he saved my life, bro. He saved my reputation because it's just like in them points at that time, there is nothing you can do.
Nothing. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to DJ So Real for real.
Yo,
that's a shooter right there.
No, but it works both ways. So even with these new musicians too, new DJs, whatever, like have somebody that can save you, have those people you can call on, but also when they call on you, you better pull up.
Absolutely.
I pulled up on So Real like on mad different occasions. He's like, yo, my power cord for my NS7 stopped working. He pull up on me. I'm like, I don't feel like doing it, but
I'm gonna do it for you.
I'm gonna do it for you. You know what I mean? Because I know how it is when something fails on you.
Absolutely,
bro.
Absolutely. They're in a lost place. I've pulled up on some of my homeboys. Shout out to DJ Luco out on the outside. Oh man, I saved his life too many times. Right, and his family loves me for that because I saved him so many times. But I would say, I've saved other homeboys. When the speakers fail, they're at an event and they don't got speakers and stuff like that. Like they're asked out. One of my boys saved me one time before I was at a private event. They said they had equipment in there, everything in there, ready to go. And then I walked up in there, nothing. They had a mixing board. They also had a mixing board, not a DJ mixing board.
I know what you mean.
A 8-channel mixing board for microphones and instruments. That's it. And I'm like, are you serious? And like it's like, yo, party starts in 10 minutes. Luckily, I had a friend that was 10 minutes away. That I said, yo, bro, I'm in a bind. I need equipment right now. I can't drive all the way back to Queens. Can I hold your stuff? And he's like, yo, bro, come get it right now. and he saved me. But I would say the most memorable time I saved someone. I'm not going to say this DJ's name. This is a celebrity DJ that we both know, man. I'm not going to put him on blast, right? But this is a celebrity DJ, right? International celebrity DJ, right? Who was booked for a wedding, all right? He was booked for a wedding, and this is why I say to certain DJs, it's cool, it's great for you to have your own set, your all your equipment, all the things that you need for a wedding, but it's even better to have a partner or a teammate who comes and do the setup for you. It makes it easier because that way, if you got to shoot to the club after, the person that's doing the setup, you pay them to set up and to break down equipment, and you can shoot out, right? This particular celebrity DJ had his person that comes and gives him speakers and stuff like that, and he just comes in, plugs up, turns up the party, pays his guy, leaves. So this particular DJ made the error of booking the date on a Thursday when actually the wedding was on a Tuesday. Yikes. So now he's not even in town. He's in Florida. The wedding is in New York on a Tuesday night. The clients, the bride and groom, messages his manager and said, "Hey, what time is the DJ gonna come pull up?" He says, "What do you mean?" He said, "The DJ's not here. There's no setup here." He said, "Wait a second. You're booked for Thursday." She said, "No, my wedding is now." Yikes. So he goes into the contract, and he goes, "Oh, shit." He calls his DJ. DJ's, "Oh, shit. We thought it was Thursday." They said, "No, it's Tuesday."
That's what you signed for.
This is on the contract. They made the error, right? The DJ and his manager made the error. So now there's a fellow DJ in the audience, but he's a retired DJ. He can't do nothing. So now this celebrity DJ calls his right-hand man. His right-hand man can't do nothing for him. Damn. Right? He calls his backup number 2. Backup number 2 can't do nothing for him. He texts me. He texts me, "Hit me up, 911 emergency." Right? He doesn't really hit me up like that. So I answer, I'm like, "Yo, what's up, bro?" He said, "Yo, what you doing right now?" I said, "I'm in the crib, what up?" He said, "Yo, bro, I need you to do a wedding." I said, "What date?" He said, "Right now." I said, "Right now?" He said, "Yes, right now." I said, "Bro, I don't got space to carry equipment and all that stuff like that right now. I don't got no SUV with me right now." He said, "Don't worry about that. Just get over there." I said, "Where is it?" He said, "It's at Chateaubriand." I said, "Just get over there." Like I said, "When does it start?" He said, "It started already." "I need you there right away." I said, "You serious?" "All right, bet." Hop in the shower. Right? As I hop in the shower, I guess he calls the people and said, "I'm sending Haitian Lover." The DJ that's retired in the crowd calls me up. He said, "Yo, I just not even 2 minutes." He called me up and said, "Yo, bro, I just heard that you coming in place of this DJ right now." I said, "Okay." He said, "Yeah, I'm pulling up right now, bro. I'm getting dressed right now. I'll make my way over there." Boom. It's like 7 o'clock. No traffic on the highway real quick. Boom. Iron my shirt real quick. 20 minutes, 30. I leave the house in 20 minutes. I get there in like 22 minutes. Boom. I get there as I'm walking in. "Hi, Haitian Lover. Hi, Haitian Lover." Right? The bridal party already know who I am. "Hi, Haitian Lover." I'm like, "Oh, hello. How you doing? Right? And right next I said, thank you so much for saving. Thank you. I walk up into that reception room. Matt, there's like 350 people.
Oh my God.
350 people in this wedding, bro.
No speakers, no nothing.
The dude who assists that particular DJ he's bringing equipment right now, sweating up a storm, setting stuff as fast as he can, setting up speakers, setting up a facade, all this stuff as fast as he can, setting up. All right, boom, I'm plugging in, all that stuff like that. As I'm setting up, I see this group of people I know, this group of people I know, this group of people I know. I'm like, wow, I said, whoever's getting married must be somebody popular because I recognize a whole bunch of people in the audience.
Right.
Like who are guests for the wedding. So now the MC comes, he hypes up the crowd, makes them laugh about the lateness for this, and then the bride and groom come in. I turn up the wedding. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, they're so grateful. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie, the fact that I came in and saved this particular celebrity DJ, right, was a great look for me, because so many people asked me for my card, and I met the bride and groom. They were so grateful. They threw me a tip. You know what I mean? Towards they already paid him for this wedding, so he had to later on send me some bread for the wedding for doing that job for him, which he did, which
as
I respect.
he should.
And thank you, as he should.
As he
you
should.
know what I'm saying? So I was grateful for that, and probably 2-3 months later, I was at another event, and the bride and groom, I didn't recognize them, but they came up to me, and they said to me like, "Yo," they came up to me and they said, "Hey, how you remember me?" I said, I look at him, I don't really remember him exactly. He said, "You did my wedding the other day because of in replacement of this person." I said, "Oh yeah, I remember." He said, "Yeah, I just want to let you know that you are blessed." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "What you did for us that day is a blessing that you're going to receive. Sooner or later, God will bless you, with good karma for doing something for that moment. And you stop what you were doing to come do that for us. And a lot of people wouldn't do it." So, you might have looked at it as a minor thing, but that's a really big thing you did for us, because, we're, and they were church related too. And it was just that they were turn up crowd, but they're having a church, and they was like, "Yo, you really are blessed. A blessing. Whatever we can do for you, just let us know." And I really felt happy with myself. At that time, because you never know what good things you do for people can affect others. You know what I mean? So you always need somebody to hold you down, like you said. Always need somebody in your circle, bro, in your corner, bro.
Bro, because I guarantee you, because, like, mind you, when my situation happened, my laptop was showing no symptoms. None. Literally none. It was working like
Perfectly
it was
fine.
brand new. The moment I see a symptom, I take it right to the Apple Store. What is wrong with it?
Yeah.
Well, this is acting a little funny. Change it right now. That's going to be $700. Change it right now. Like, I need it to work. No symptoms, no nothing.
That's a fact. Did you have your music backed up?
Always.
Okay.
I learned the hard way one time.
Oh.
One time. I was like, nope, never again.
Okay.
Never again. So
That's
it's
good.
always backed up. But again, it's just like, you almost like need like 2 laptops.
Yeah, you do.
You really do.
You do. Absolutely. You do.
That's another story. I do think that like Apple should find a way to like mirror hard drives.
You can. It's not through Apple though. I can inform you on how to do it. I learned it when, unfortunately, one time my laptop got stolen.
Oh man.
Yeah, they broke into my car. They stole my laptop. What saved me was that I had an older laptop that I gave to one of my best friends, and he took the old laptop and he still had everything. He took out my hard drive and he saved it. Like, he took the hard drive out my computer, out the old computer, and he saved it. And he said, "Bro," I told him what happened, bro. I said, "Yo, son, I'm so screwed, bro. Like, I haven't backed up my music in over like 2 years, bro. Like, I lost mad music." He said, "Bro, you see the laptop you gave me in February? It was in August." He's like, "The laptop you gave me in February, I have everything there. So
Just
now
on
you
SSD,
just using
right?
music, on a solid state hard drive." He said, "Yo, listen, all you need to download is music that you had from March to August. So everything else is saved in the same format." He said, "I'm gonna show you what to do." So he did it. He put it back in. He made the external. He made the solid state hard drive. He had a piece to make it an external hard drive.
I have all the pieces to do that.
Oh, so you could do that. So you know what I'm talking about.
But I'm just talking about like just a solid, just like, yo, whatever I
Mirror.
do here.
Yes, you can mirror. There's an app. I think I still have it on my laptop. There's an app that you can get, bro. And you just connect the wires. You connect the USB to USB. You can mirror your laptop to exactly the same way on the other laptop. Mirror it, literally. Like, confuse the laptop like it's a clone.
Right.
Everything the same. Your Serato, your Logic, whatever you have set up will be mirrored. Same form, same files, everything.
Because, bro, at this point,
And save you time to mirror.
bro, I'm gonna need like 40 laptops. I ain't gonna lie, because like, yo, just dumb shit be happening, man. I don't be having no time for that kind of shit, man. Like,
It happens, bro.
It really does. There's nothing you could do about it.
Nothing.
Nothing.
If it cops out, it cops out. But
You know what's funny too? I can tell who's like a rookie and who's a pro based on how they treat these situations when shit hits the fan. if you are panicking, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I'm like, it's your first time, right? Like, yeah. Relax.
Calm down.
Because whatever's about to happen is going to happen.
You can't do nothing about it.
It already did. It's easier for you to just come down, make some decisions. You got to start making phone calls. Start calling people. It don't matter. Call your mom, your grand. It don't matter. Call somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody has an answer for you. Figure it out.
You're right. You got to figure it out.
It's part of the game.
It separates the pros from the rookies. It like you said, that is a rookie mistake, and it happens to the best of us. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Like, you're a driver. There's going to be one day you're going to get your flat tire. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be one day your car might break down. These are things that are going to happen.
Yep.
It's going to happen. You can't fight it. You can be as precautious as you want to be precautious, but it's going to happen. It might be severe or it might be light, but it's going to happen. I had an event where a girl spilled liquid on my DJ controller.
Did you stone cold stun her? Like
in the beginning of the baby shower. It was a baby shower, outdoor baby shower. Beautiful outdoor baby shower. I'm talking about the backyard is decorated and beautiful tables, beautiful chairs. Like they bring in sterling. They put gold. What is it? Sternums or something to serve the guests. The dude, let me tell you what level this baby shower was. The dude, the father to be, has his Bentley in the driveway.
Oh God.
Has his Bentley in the driveway. It's big boss baby shower. Big boss baby shower. So now I'm over here, I'm chilling. You know what I mean? It just started. This girl decided to put her cup on my laptop stand. For what reason? I don't know why. What was the purpose of this? Who gave her permission? No one. She puts her drink on my laptop stand. It spills, it falls on the equipment. I'm like, oh, quick. I said, once it falls right away, I take a paper. I wipe it down. I'm like, maybe it didn't get into the cracks. Maybe it didn't get into the cracks. 10 minutes later.
Started tweaking.
Stuff started flashing on its own. I said, oh, shit. Right?
It's all right. This
is about to go down. Time to wait, think. What you going to do, H? What you going to do? I said, okay. Think. All right, here we go. What can I play music without the controller? Yes, I can. The RCA wire to 3.5. Plugged it in. Right? I said, okay, then I can't reach it from my laptop. My phone. Boom. Took my phone. Plugged in the RCA wire into my phone. Plugged into the speaker. Let a mix play. One of my DJ mixes play. I let the mix play. Right? I said, all right, boom, we put 2 mixes back to back in my iTunes. So if this finishes, the next one will play automatic.
And you got time to figure it out.
Take time to figure it out, right? As this comes, I said, I got another controller in the crib. I'm going to have to run home and get that other controller, right? Because this is before Ubers, all right? So I couldn't call nobody to put my controller in an Uber. Because there's times where I've called people and say, hey, put my speaker in an Uber. Put my sneakers, my shoes, my shirt in an Uber. You know what I mean? But at this time, I had to run home 20 minutes away, drive 20 minutes away, grab the controller, throw it in my car, and drive back. And during the middle of the party, I'm switching controllers. Plugged in, like nothing happened. And I said to the lady, you're responsible for this right now. It's happens to go for. I said, you could Google it and see how much it's going to cost you to fix it. And we Googled it, and it was a $1,000 controller. I said, so you're in a debt of $1,000. So the lady gave me all this contact information. Later on that week, she gave me $500. 2-3 weeks later, she gave me another $500. And I said, all right, that is done. We good. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
It is what it is. It's learning experiences. It's time.
This was funny. I had a situation, bro. This is before like Serato DJ dropped, so they didn't have like the 2 decks in like one program.
Yeah.
So one time, one of my controllers fucked up. Power source. Bro, I had to open up Scratch Live, and then I had to open up Itch.
Oh, smart.
So, you know how you can swipe over with 4 fingers?
Yeah.
I had to match up the BPM. So I'll play one song, swipe over to the next, start fading it out, swipe back over, load up the next song, and do this whole thing all over again. Yo, people was pulling up to me like, yo, you were killing it. I'm like, yeah, I know. Yo, it was crazy. It's funny. To all like the musicians and DJs, you have to be creative in them situations. That's how you know who is the most creative and who is really built for this. How do you react
Wow.
When there are situations where you are not supposed to like win, at all.
Yeah.
Bro, I shelled the whole party.
That way, in the control, no controller. No controller.
No controller, bro. Scratch live and itch. That's it.
That's it.
That's it, bro.
One side of each. 1-1.
Made it work.
Wow.
Made it work, bro.
Wow. That's skill and technique right there, brother.
Yo,
I applaud you for that one, brother. I applaud you for that one.
A lot of people would not have thought about that.
They would have gave up.
They would have gave up.
Or they would have just talked before the next song plays. They would stop the song, talk, and then play the next song.
Speaking of talking, before we started this podcast, we was actually having a conversation about miking parties.
Yes.
And for those who don't know about my miking experience, the first time I ever mic'd a party, I was following up Spinfo. I told this story on the previous episode, on Blackout's episode. Mm-hmm. But anyway, long story short, I didn't know how to mic. I got on the mic. I stuttered like a motherfucker. I embarrassed myself. I ain't never talk again. Damn near. Right? It took me a few years to like really watch other MCs and other DJs who are also MCing as well to understand the art of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, bro, there was a point in time I literally had to like lock myself in a room. I locked myself in a room and I did every scenario.
Okay.
Like, okay, you have 2 pioneers. You got 2 CDJs. Okay, you play on 2 CDJs and talk. Bet.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Cool. Turned off 1 CDJ on the left side. All right, can you do that same thing? Same speed, same mix, same cleanness. Can you do it and mic on the right side?
Yeah.
Can you? I bet. Cool. Now, do it on the left side. Did it on the left side.
Yeah, it's not that easy, bro.
It's not. You really have to train your body to learn how to do it. You have to like rearrange your cues and everything. And then after that, I'm like, all right, bet, that was cute. Can you do it on internal mode? Did it on internal mode. That took some time. You know what I'm saying? To like really get it clean. Because there's times in clubs where somebody spilt some shit on the mixer. Mixer's not working right.
Or one CD player is not working right. That's another good one. I'm glad you said that because the first time I learned the DJ setting, instant doubles. Instant doubles is a term for anyone who's not a DJ. Instant doubles is a term where you can pretty much mix with one CDJ or one side of your controller. What happens is that it's a setting that you put on your Serato program where once you play it on one particular side, you can drag it over or click over to the other side and it'll play at the same tempo and the same spot at the same speed of the songs you're playing on the other side. So now you really only need one side to play. And now it's become so popular that when you're talking with an MC, that the MC just stays on that one side and just puts up the channel up and down, up and down, up and down. So that way he doesn't even have to touch what you got going on the other side.
He's not in your way or nothing.
So pretty much the first time I learned about this feature was during a party. During a big party at a club, Labor Day weekend, right? This one DJ, shout out to DJ Mastermind, right? That's
my guy.
DJ Mastermind, yeah, that's a cool brother right there, right? DJ Mastermind, it was him and I playing at what was known at that time it was called Club Venus. Then they changed it to Nova, and then they changed it to all these other stuff, right? But back in the day it was XO, but it clubbed to Club Venus. It was Club Venus at the time, Labor Day weekend, and he puts up a great set, right? I'm playing behind him with one of my boys. He puts up a great set. I'm not gonna lie to you. Mastermind had the club shaking. He had the club moving. So now I gotta come and follow up after he just finished having the club moving, and I'm seeing him do it. He's like, oh, it's instant doubles. The other side don't work. I said, what? He said, this side don't work. I said, what you mean it doesn't work? He said, it doesn't work, man. Like, you got to use instant doubles. I said, what's that? He said, every time you play a song, here, you drag it to the other side. So you play it, you drag it. You play it, you drag it. You keep mixing to one side. You play it, you drag it. I said, oh, shit. He said, let me show you. I'm watching him. And I said, okay, all right. I think I got it. So I did it. I messed up like maybe 2 times.
Right.
Or 3 times. And then I started to get it for the rest of the evening.
And that shit is different. Like having to break a flow, like a traditional flow, and learn something on the spot.
The spot.
That shit is
on
rough.
the spot in front of hundreds of people. Hundreds of people while they're staring at you and they expect you
to just know what you're doing.
To know what you're doing, provide the vibe for the crowd, and keep them moving. Because the minute you do not do that, you're ridiculed. It can stop your booking flow. That means
stained.
loss
Stained.
of money. Here, people, loss of money. Your reputation can get sour now because of the fact that the equipment is not working correctly. You see what we have to deal with? Bad equipment. That's something that we all hate. Musicians hate that. DJs hate that. Singers, MCs hate that. When a microphone sounds like crap. You know what I'm saying? Bands, they hate that. Speakers that sound like crap. This is technical difficulties that we have to go through. You understand? And when it came to being in front of this audience, like you said, and miking and having that particular skill and talent of knowing what to say, when to say it, and how to say it is something that is not as easy. Because as we all know, ladies and gentlemen, public speaking is not for everyone.
It's a skill.
Public speaking is not for everyone. There's so many people who can be very articulate in regular conversation, but yet once you're in front of a group of people, you're like a deer in front of headlights.
Okay, and it's different too. Once you're in front of a group of people talking, it's one thing. Once you're in front of a group of people and you're playing music, that changes everything. Because now, more than ever, your timing is super important.
Yes.
Essentially, it's the only thing. To me, it's timing and your ability to commit.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely.
But retweet on that timing part.
Timing is the key. And comfortability. Another thing, that's comfortability. When it came to me learning how to MC and mix at the same time, it started from pretty much me being in front of a small group of people at an event that I knew them personally. So I said, you know what? Let me give it a try. Let me grab the microphone up and give it a try. I know these people, so I'm not going to feel as embarrassed if I mess up. So, I had a drink in my hand, took a couple sips of my drink, you know what I mean? Got me in the vibe. It calmed me down, right? So I just started talking some smack, some junk, some cracking some jokes on the people in the audience, as they're dancing and stuff like that while I'm playing certain songs, telling them to do things and following directions and setting the vibe and the tone of the party. So I'm like, all right, it didn't go that bad, but, that was at a slower pace. I was playing music at a slower pace at that time. Now, you got to understand now, when it's prime time at a party, and when we mean prime time, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about you at a club and it's 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Your drinks are flowing.
Prime time. This is where the big DJs are playing. You're playing at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. This is prime time. Prime time. That means all the songs you're playing better hit, not warm-up music. This is stuff to get everybody dancing and on the floor.
Traditionally, that's the stuff that's already hot during that time.
Yes.
Whatever is hot.
Recent, exactly.
That's
the
what
most
you're
recent music. That's what you're playing at that time. So you got to understand that now you want to keep the crowd engaged with your verbal talking. You want to keep the crowd engaged with you playing music at a quick, rapid moment where you're not letting the songs play for too long. So now you're searching music, you're cueing the music, getting it ready for everybody to hear it.
In less than 30 seconds.
And you're talking to the crowd, like introducing the next songs you're about to play. So now you're doing 3 different mind skills all at one time that people don't understand.
And when one is off, people could tell.
Absolutely.
Tell right away.
So now how I had to train myself was like, okay, cool. I know what to say. All right. I know what I want to play. But now I have 2 hands. The microphone is in one of my hands. So now typing, you take 2 hands to type.
Right.
When it comes to mixing, you use 2 hands to mix. When it comes to speeding up the music, lowering the volume, stopping the music, slowing down the music, you're using 2 hands. So if I already have a microphone in one of my hands,
it's going to alter something. And that was one of the drills that I ran. I'm just like, yo, if the left pioneer is working and the right one is not, mic in right hand, doing everything with the left. Switch. Everything is working on the right side now. Can you do the same thing
with your other hand? And now people have comfortability with the hand that they write with. And a lot of people, since they have comfortability with the hand that they write with, the other hand, it doesn't have that same skill set. Majority of the human beings are not ambidextrous.
They're not.
So they're just gonna stay comfortable with the hand that they write. So they're gonna do everything important or everything comes easier with the hand that they write. So I had to train myself
to throw haymakers with that offhand.
To throw haymakers with the offhand, to pretty much learn how to mix with one hand. So that way I can maneuver myself quickly and sufficiently with one hand. So I said, damn, how am I going to practice this without making that same mistake? Because you'll cheat yourself. You know what I mean? You'll cheat yourself. You say, okay, I'm going to do it. And then you just catch yourself doing it still, even though you don't want to do it. You just you're accustomed to it.
Right.
It becomes repetitive.
It's habit.
So how I trained myself, and I gave this tip to other people as well, was when I was at home, I took a cup of water. I didn't like instead of the mic, I replaced the mic with a cup of water. You can't put a cup of water down.
Can't.
You can lean a cup of water, because the minute you lean it, the minute you put it down, you're spilling on top of your equipment. Mm-hmm. You don't want to spill anything liquid on top of your equipment.
No, sir.
So now it forced me to learn how to mix with one hand. With that one cup in my hand, I'm holding that cup the entire time as I mix. I say, let me do a quick little 15-minute set with the cup in my hand. And I did 30-minute set with the cup in my hand. 45-minute set with the cup in my hand. I was set with the cup in my hand. I said, okay, now I'm getting it. Now I can move with one hand and talk the way I want to talk, move the way I want to move, and see what's going on with the crowd. Because you got to stay watching the crowd. Certain genres of music, we can't stay too long, depending on the variety of the diversity, of the crowd that's in front of us. Some people want to hear a certain genre for an hour. Some people can only take 15 minutes of this genre, 10 minutes of this genre.
I'll say this, and my experience is very limited too, as far as the way that we play. Mm-hmm. When I say we, I'm talking about West Indians / American black people in the Northeast.
Yeah.
You got to throw them haymakers, bro. You got 30 seconds for each song during that prime time little segment.
Yeah.
I'll say this, for the events that I've done, I've done some events where it's just there's all different kinds of people. There's white people, black people, West Indian people, whatever. There are certain people that want to hear the whole song.
Yeah.
There's others that are just nah, you keep juggling.
Go through it.
I always tell DJs, stick to what you know. Stick to what you know works. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the reason why you're there. You're there because this is what works. If you're doing a good job, and let's say, for example, I've had this situation where it would be all the black people are dancing. All the West Indians are dancing. The white people are just chilling now. I'm just yo, honestly, that's not on me. I would get to y'all, but it's just if the majority of the party is having a good time,
you're doing something right.
I have to focus on the majority.
Yes,
I have to.
You do.
I can't break that.
That's when somebody comes up to you. Somebody comes up to you and asks you to play. They make a request of a song that's completely out of the genre that you're playing.
You're going to have to wait until we leave it.
And they expect you to play it at that current moment. You can have everybody dancing to reggae. You just got into your reggae set, maybe 5 minutes in, and everybody's dancing and having a great time and singing along to the songs that you're playing. And somebody asks you something from left field and say, hey, can you play this country song? Hey, can you play this house or dance song? Or can you play this salsa song or reggaeton song? And you'd be like, all right, I'm going to get to it later. Or you can't play it now because I'm about to leave. I've heard it all. Can you play it now? Because I'm about to leave. Sorry, right now we're not playing that type of genre. I'll get to it
My
later
favorite thing, because honestly, too, it's just that's another skill you need to learn how to have as a DJ or entertainer. Because it's just what people don't understand when they ask for a request, you are literally stopping me from doing my job. Remember we were talking about using two hands?
Yes.
I'm not using anything now. And now all my attention is on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just my favorite thing is just give me 1 second. I don't care what you have to say. It could be a fire. They could literally be a fire. I'm you have to give me a second. Do my thing. Then I'll give you my attention. Okay, what do you need?
Let you finish what you're doing at the current moment. When you got a time to spare, then you say, okay, what's up? All right, I'm going to get to you.
Because I'm working. It is nothing personal. I'm not being rude. This party is priority. What you need right now comes second. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So you're going to have to wait.
That's a fact. And I agree with you. There's different ways to deal with people. There's even artists. Have you ever been approached by someone in the audience who's an artist? And they might come to you and say, hey, what's up, man? Certain people have etiquette and certain people don't have the correct etiquette. They'll come up to you and say, hey, what's up, bro? I'm an artist, yo. This is my song. Can you play that for me right now? I didn't hear it. I don't know if you got profanity.
I don't know if it's mixed.
I don't know if the crowd is going to be feeling that, if the people who booked me have a problem with that. I would say, all right, cool. You know, through experience, I've learned the key questions to ask. You know, when they approach me with that, I'm like, okay, what type of music is it? And they be like, yo, this is hip hop, bro. Da, da, da. I said, is it clean? Is it dirty? It's like, yo, you know, it's raw. You know, it's trap. You feel me? I said, all right, cool. Is these people, do they know about it? Like, they cool with me playing it? You spoke to them yet? Oh, nah, I haven't spoken to them yet.
That's a huge one.
Speak to them real quick. See what they say. If they cool with it, I don't mind. But I just want to make sure they cool with it so I don't get no issues from them or whatever.
Right.
And there's been times where they said, no.
Do not play this
shit. Do not play it. You understand? Do not play it. There's times where it was even a dude in the bridal party of a wedding. He's an artist, and he wanted to surprise the bride and groom with a performance he wanted to do for them. I asked the groom. The groom said, yeah, play it. I said, you sure? He said, yeah. He started performing the song. The bride was furious.
Oh, boy.
The bride was furious. And I said to her, when she came up to me, before she even started talking to me, I said, the groom told me to play it. Just like that. Your husband told me to play it. He said, he told you to play it? I said, yes. He told me to play it. I don't even know this guy. I don't know this guy. Okay. And then she gave him the earful. Because she was about to come give me the earful. Like, no, give him the earful.
But you know what's funny? In those kind of situations too, even when I know I do not want to play the song, I'll give the artist a chance, you know, at minimum. I'll tell them, like, look, I'm not playing that tonight, but I'll do this. If I'm at this spot every week, I said, send me your music through here. You know what I mean? We'll talk. Give me your number. I'll give it a shot. But I'm going to let you know now. If I don't like it, I'm not going to play it. That's not disrespect. It just may not be for me and what I do. And that's that. That doesn't mean that there's no space for you. Doesn't mean that there isn't a lane for you. That doesn't mean that people are not going to like it. But for what I do, doesn't fit what I do. But I'll still give you the shot.
That's a respectful way to go about it. Has that been like, has the artist been receptive?
Yeah.
You've done that before?
I have times where like there's people trying to push me like, yeah, but you could just play it real quick. I'm like, I know I can play it real quick, but I'm not going to do that right now. I don't know what you're giving me. You know, believe it or not, you might think that I'm just playing music up here, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been dealing with this music for years on end, for months on end. A lot of this stuff is premeditated. It's premeditated like improvisation. Yeah. You're throwing a monkey wrench into my whole situation. I don't know who you are. I don't know if your music is mixed or mastered. I don't know if they know you and they don't want to hear your shit. I don't know that. So again, it's nothing personal towards you and your artistry. I have a job to do. I have a reputation to protect. And at the end of the day, I'm not saying that you are not qualified for me to play it. I just have to screen it. Everything I'm playing right now has been screened.
Yeah. You know the songs. You know when to mix it, how to mix it, and if to play it for that particular crowd that you're in front of. Right. It's true. There are plenty of hip-hop artists, upcoming hip-hop artists, trap artists, who do not understand that, who do not even want to hear something of that sort, unfortunately. They expect the fact that they pull up to the club, they're popping bottles, spending money, their songs are supposed to get heard.
And by the way, too, that service of a DJ spinning your record or breaking a record, that does not come free.
I'm glad you know that.
Listen, it does not come free. I'm glad you know that. know what I'm saying?
And a lot of people don't understand that on the outside. You're supposed to be very courteous, right? And very grateful for DJ playing the records. And actually, you're supposed to tip the DJ. You're supposed to tip him. When he's playing your record, you're supposed to tip him. He's playing your record in the club.
Bro.
Now, if he knows you're an artist, he knows of your caliber already prior, yeah, he's going to be happy to play your music. Like, oh, you're here, you're in the building. He's going to be happy to play your music because he knows your caliber, he knows what you're worth. But if it's the first time you're meeting a dude, not saying that, like you said, not saying that his music is not up to par, it's just that we're just taking a chance on playing the music. You know what I mean? There's a way to go about it. You know what I mean? You're supposed to ask him, introduce yourself. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Compliment the DJ for what he's doing at the current time and see if he's able to do it. You know what I mean? Some guys might let you, some guys might not because it goes against what they premeditated for that night, what they're doing. You know what I mean? It messes up their flow, their vibe. So, which I can agree with you, Matt. You know what I mean? So, for any artists that are out there and you walk up to a DJ in the club and you would like him to play your music, there's things that come behind it. You might have the opportunity for him to play it, you might not. But if he does decide to play your track, you better tip the DJ. You need to. You better tell him like, yo, I appreciate you playing my song. Here you go, brother. Like, here you go. Here's a tip. You want something from the bar? you want to drink?
Something. You want Corona? You know what I'm saying?
Something like
but
that.
It's just like, even, here's another thing too. I've had situations where like other artists would try to sell me on like, yo, bro, I'm going to be lit, or this is going to work. It's just like, fam, be that as it may, it might be true, it might not be. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, I don't operate off of hypotheticals. I need guarantees. So if I play your record, and I have this conversation all the time on this podcast, what is me playing your record, a no-name artist, what is that going to do for me specifically? It could be as little as the audience is hyped now. That has done something for my job right here, right now. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, don't sell hypotheticals. What are you getting? You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So it's either a monetary thing, it's either a guaranteed look or something. Something has to be guaranteed. I can't work with hypotheticals, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it gotta be beneficial for you.
Some way, somehow. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The only people that I will really do it for the love for, like my people.
Yeah.
I don't know you.
People you know personally.
I don't know you, and I'm not saying that I can never rock with you, that I can never get with it. But in this very moment, in this split decision, I don't know who you are. And you can throw me all the money you want. I still got to screen it. Mm-hmm. I don't got that much time. If I'm juggling every 30 seconds, I don't got that time, bro.
Yeah.
Throw in a flash drive, cue it up, listen to it. I don't got that time.
Not during the party time.
I don't got that time. But there is absolutely an etiquette for new artists to have DJs play your song. At minimum, what you probably should do is just like, yo, I, you know what I mean? Like, I fuck with you. I see that you here with the people and everything. Here's my contact, blah, blah, blah. Trying to break in this new record. I want to talk, like, promotion or something like that.
Yeah.
Or at least allow the DJ to hear it. Don't put the pressure on me while I'm trying to play. Yeah. It's probably not the best idea.
There's one time that an artist, he did reach out to me prior to the party. He saw me on the flyer. He knew I was going to be there. And he did reach out to me. He said, hey, what's up? What's going on, DJ? I see you're going to be at this party tonight. I know you're probably going to have a great set. I'm this type of artist. I have this new single that I'm promoting. I was hoping maybe you could possibly play this song tonight. Here, take a listen. Let me know your feedback. Blah, 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 blah. And I said, okay, I respect that. Check it out. Listen to it. Wasn't a bad track. I said, all right, I could probably throw this into a segment if I get a chance. And I let him know. I said, listen, if I have the opportunity to play this genre of music, I'll throw your track inside of it, right? If I have the opportunity to play this genre of music. But I'll be honest with you. If the DJ before me plays a whole set
of that genre
of that genre of music, I'm not going to be able to play it because the crowd is not going to want to hear that genre for that long.
It's not even a crowd. You got to make the judgment call. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, I'm not going backwards. Mm-hmm. I got to go forward.
Yeah, you got to change up the flow. You're playing for the party. You know what I mean? Playing for the party. You're not playing for one particular person. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing, too, with DJs. DJs got to stop playing for their egos. They're playing for their egos. People got to understand that promoters book you because they know that you're talented. They want their party to be great. That's why they reached out to you significantly and hired you significantly for this event. They expect you to deliver, your service to the best of your abilities, and for that, the audience, the crowd that they bring to the event, to have fun. All of you guys are working together. So if one DJ plays this amount of music, right, you can either piggyback off of it depending on how short he played that genre, or you can go a different route to get the crowd hype. Because a lot of people are thinking that, they're the best DJ because they play the top 40. No, that's not how it works. The best DJ is the person that keeps the crowd the most enthused. That's what people are not getting.
And that's the DJ that can honestly react. You can read the room, you can react.
Exactly. You want to keep everybody enthused. You could take risk
too. That's a big thing for like me when I watch other DJs. Mm-hmm. Does that person take risk, or does he play safe? Yeah,
the traditional stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a couple people who take risk. I've seen, to name some guys out there in the New York area. Shout out to Polish. I've seen DJ Polish take risks, throw some curveballs at events, and got some reactions. And I really appreciate the fact that he played some curveballs. Mm-hmm. Like, he showed me that he has a real diverse library. I've seen True Blends. That's a friend of mine.
True Blends is
True Blends.
I'm trying to get True Blends on here eventually, but True Blends is the man. Every time I hear True Blends play, I'm like, bro, what the fuck, man? What are you doing?
Yeah.
As another DJ, I'm like, this dude is killing. Like, can cut up like a motherfucker. Uh-huh. Can take risk. Uh-huh. He's
very talented. Bro. Very talented. Mars is another good guy as well. That's a brother right there. I've seen these guys throw curveballs at spots. You gotta be not afraid to take risks.
You gotta commit to it.
Yeah.
Same thing with talking to the mic. If you throw a curveball and it's not going the way that you want it to go, you gotta commit to it. Just keep going. But then again, that also comes when you throw a curveball, your ability to react is very important. Mm-hmm. If you have a whole list of 12 songs full of curveballs, maybe it might only work for 2.
Yeah.
Get out of it. Like right now. Get out of it right now. Like right now. But that also goes to like the palate of the audience too. It's just like, I've been in certain parties where it's just like, it seems like the palate of this audience is super general. Mm-hmm. They don't want any curveballs. Mm-hmm. They don't want that.
They just want to hit a traditional. It's sad to say that with the community that's having the most parties, I would say, that's having the most parties to book us DJs as far as Caribbean DJs. And what I mean by Caribbean DJs, I don't want people to feel as though that we're only catered to reggae, soca. You understand? Us Caribbean DJs, I consider us a Caribbean DJs able to play a vast amount of music and comprehend and understand a vast amount of music more than people who are not from the Caribbean. Like, I feel as though people who able to speak another language have an advantage.
Those are the most lethal people.
Yeah, have an advantage.
Honestly, if you can speak Spanish, I think you're probably the most lethal DJ there is. and I'm speaking from like the Northeast. I have like a Northeast bias. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if you can speak Spanish, you can know all your like bachata, merengue. Mm-hmm. You can know all of that.
Salsa.
You can also jump to dance hall if you really wanted to. Yeah. You can learn all of that shit too.
Yeah.
You can learn all of the American top 40 stuff. Mm-hmm. You can know everything if you really wanted to. And it's just like, it's for me, my favorite kind of DJ are like the open format ones.
Yes.
You can play whatever, whenever. So anytime I hear a DJ, it's just like, I love like the traditional stuff. I also love the surprise. I love the contrast, which is super important. Mm-hmm. To me, that also makes a great DJ. If somebody's just playing dancehall, you don't have to come on and do the same thing.
Yeah.
You can go completely
left.
You can go completely left. And it could be left and not be a curveball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Last night I had the opportunity to play on a Zoom party. Shout out to DJ El Bully and Mr. Crumb. They do a Zoom party every Wednesday. Party and Bullshit that I was able to be on yesterday, which was cool. He had diverse DJs on. It was myself, Backyard Promotions, and DJ Lady Drea. Right.
I need Lady Drea on here too.
Yeah, shout out to Lady Drea. She's one of the newest members of the Union, the Union DJs. And a lot of people recognize her for her soca and her reggae sets. But yesterday, I was playing Afro beats. I was playing a Tata Compa. I was playing some soca as well. So now when she came on with hip hop. And again, people signify her for soca. So when you see different DJs coming out of their comfort zone, playing different genres of music, this is what I like to see. Because now you're not labeled as a soca DJ. You're a reggae DJ. You're a compa DJ.
You're a DJ.
You're a DJ, period.
And speaking of that too, speaking of Lady Drea as well too, I remember there was somebody that introduced Lady Drea, and then as they introduced her, they said that she's the best female DJ. So I'm just like...
You categorizing her as just a female DJ.
No, for me, I just don't... I would rather not... It's two things. I don't call women females. Women are women.
Yeah.
Number two, in my eyes, you're a DJ. You just also happen to be a female.
Yeah.
So if I would introduce you, I'm not splitting hairs and saying that you're a female DJ. Nah, you're a DJ. Your standard of like your ability to play is just as high as anybody else.
Correct.
I don't care. Can you play or can you not play?
That's it. That's what that matters.
Boy, girl, gay, straight, whatever. It does not matter.
Good looking, bad looking, short, tall, slim, fat. Doesn't matter.
Can you play?
It doesn't matter. All that matters is that are you going to get the crowd hype? Are you going to do what you're supposed to do? Are you going to do what you're booked for?
Right. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all that matters,
So
man.
Anytime I see a woman DJ, oh man, I had a lot of situations where I was severely disappointed. Severely. And I could be completely wrong. I could be completely wrong. I do have this suspicion and this feeling that the bar is lowered for women DJs.
I agree with you.
And I'm only judging that based on my experience of hearing them play. And I'm saying this, if I were to come on and do that same set, I will be thrown out the party Jazzy Jeff style.
Jazzy Jeff style.
Nah, real shit.
Flown out. I got you thrown out.
So, anytime I hear, like, if I even just see a woman DJ, I'm just like, yo, please be excellent. I want you to be good. I want you to kill.
I agree with you.
I hope it's not a situation where it's just like, oh, she's a woman. This is a good look. She looks good. She could bring people to the party. She can't really play that well, though.
That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. And it's sad to say that there are DJs who are on top who do not have that hunger anymore. They do not have the fire in their eyes where it doesn't interest them to come into the club and play a set that's going to be remembered. You know what I mean? They come into the club and worried about the crowd feeling them or not. There's some people who they reached a level in their career where they said that, you know what, I don't got nothing to prove no more. I'm just going to play any rinky-dink songs. I'm just going to play the top 40. I'm not really going to try to mix. I'm not really going to try to interact with the crowd like that. They're just going to come in and get their check and dip. Don't get it twisted. It's good to fuck shit up and leave. I love that mentality. But if you're going to come fuck shit up, bro. Like, put some enthusiasm with it. There's some guys who got to that level and they lost their hunger. So I'm like, I say to myself, yo, bro, you know how many DJs are dying to be on the level that you are, who are working at these little spots, trying to get to the money bracket that you are in, trying to charge the price that you can charge, and then you coming up here, everybody's waiting and sitting down and just watching you, trying to get a picture with you, you know what I mean? Trying to post you up on their stories for you just to come in and give a lazy ass job, bro. That's something that I hate to see. Like, it saddens me when I see these guys with these big statuses come in and give effortless jobs.
They don't give a fuck about the art.
Effortless jobs.
Because that's where I'm at first. I love the art of DJing first and foremost. Getting paid for it, the pictures and the celebrity, that comes damn near dead last. That's last. Mm-hmm. Can you play? Mm-hmm. You also mentioned something too about people taking pictures. I swear to God too, especially with 2020 and all of these like people dying and celebrities dying and people losing family members and shit like that. I swear to God, people take pictures with celebrities and you and I and everything. I swear they only do that for the day that you die. Like damn, I used to know him. I was just thinking about him yesterday. Damn, it's just like this was last week I took this picture. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a morbid way of me thinking and shit like that. But I don't know, man.
The pictures?
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious. I'm just like, you want to take this picture so you could be like, when I die, be like, yeah, I was just with him the other day.
When you actually wasn't.
So just for that, I'm put my middle finger up in this picture. So that way everybody knows that I'm saying, fuck you, don't post this shit. Because when I do die, you ain't know me. You wasn't thinking about me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't lie.
Yo.
You fronting for the gram. Stop fronting for the gram.
Yo. Jumping into a different subject, your 35th?
Yeah.
Was fucking lit.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. Got a lot of compliments for that.
Bro, I have not been to a party in a very, very, very long time. Mm-hmm. And my whole career is surrounded around parties. Yeah. I've not been to a party where everything was free, including the hookah.
The hookah, yeah.
Yo, me and Blackout pulled up. It was like, yo, how much is the hookah? They're like, the hookah is free. Me and Blackout, our eyes lit up. We're like, what?
Yeah, I paid for that. Yeah,
listen. I thought the hookah's free. I was like, oh shit, it's lit.
Everybody was like, yo, everybody was saying that, like, yo, you know what? People, you do private events at halls, you get, okay, free entry, of course, it's a private event. And then, okay, food, you know what I mean? Sometimes a bar, you know what I mean? But nobody has ever really done an event where they gave you free hookah. Nah. I wanted to do that because, like I said, I wanted to celebrate life, man. This year was another milestone year in my life, and with everything that has happened through the pandemic and so many lives of friends and family that everyone lost, you know what I mean? We got to appreciate life. And that's like one of the reasons why I made it luau theme. Like, it was an all-white luau theme. If you saw some of the decorations, it's like, like lays and floral stuff around the area. Like, and the reason why that, because I always believe in appreciating the people here. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like you said, people always want to say this and that when you die. Why must it take when the person dies
to celebrate
for you to appreciate them, celebrate them? You know what I mean? And the funny thing is that you see me here on a regular basis. I'm going to acknowledge you. Acknowledge me here while I'm here. So I want to give people flowers and acknowledge them while they're here, not when they're gone. Like, I see you around. Yo, what's up? What's good? You know what I'm saying? What's popping? Yo, all right, cool. No doubt. Network. Let's link. Whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So, like, it was a milestone. Yes, I said, you know what? Let me celebrate this. If I got the opportunity to celebrate. Let's do it up. And I said it before the pandemic. I said to myself that, I do the club thing. I throw parties for my birthday, charge, whatever the case may be. But I said to myself that regardless, this year, I was going to do a private event. Mm-hmm. And then, if the clubs was open, I was going to do a club event. But the private event was going to be more, invite people I know, whatever the case may be. But since everything that happened, all the clubs closed down, I said, I'm just going to do my private event regardless.
Bro, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. By the way, when I go, if my demise comes earlier than projected, please have some free hookah at my funeral. Free hookah and make sure my body is not there. Just have a good time. That's all I care about, bro. Just literally celebrate my life.
Celebrate the life, yeah.
Free entry, whatever.
Don't mourn, celebrate.
Celebrate, man. That's it. That shit was amazing. And that was your 35th, too, right?
35th, yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I appreciate you for having me there, too. Like, that kind of stuff I never take for granted, you know? And I always tell other artists this. I'm like, yo, they could have had anybody else. They could have had anybody else. They saw something in you and decided to also not only invite you there, but to pay you to be there.
Yeah.
You better do your goddamn thing. You better do your thing.
Yeah. Like I told you that from when I met you at the school event for in Long Island for I forgot the academy name, but
It's like some graduation thing or something.
yeah,
like
yeah,
that, right?
ceremony for that particular school. And then when you came and I heard you play, right, I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? As a musician, as an entertainer, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching you play. I'm like, yo, you're really talented, bro. And I noticed your diversity, and that's the biggest thing with me is diversity. Like, there's some dudes are ill. Okay, you're ill at this particular genre, but what happens when you go outside the genre?
What else can you do?
What else can you do? Like, that's the biggest thing with me. Like, you will see certain DJs and stuff like that who are good at this genre, but what happens when somebody plays that genre? What are you gonna do now?
And it's funny that you mentioned that too. It's just like when it comes to like violin skill alone, I am not the best violinist by any means. I know that, and I'm okay with that. You know, I feel like what makes me super lethal as a performer is the fact that I could DJ. Like with that alone, I can already step out the box. There's so much more that I understand than other musicians. Just having the ability to essentially like control bodies. I can read the room. We can read the room. We're DJs first.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like in my head, it's just like no matter what I do, make sure that the people are entertained. That's it.
Creativity.
That's
you
it.
You have your creativity aspect on a different level. That's different from the other violinists. When it comes to being a violinist now, right? Being known by so many people, has anyone ever compared you to other aspiring violinists or other popular violinists? Have you guys ever reached out to done anything to collaboration, or is that an interest of yours? Or
Okay, you loaded the question. So has anybody ever compared me to another violinist? Yes, they have. I hate it.
Oh, you hate it. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I hate it It's like a Matt to Matt thing. I hate it only because it's just like, yo, you do know that you're gawking over another instrumentalist, another violinist, another musician in front of me. I thought you was just approaching me because you loved me. Maybe it's an ego thing. I don't know. But I just know that it's just like, if I'm going to approach you, right, I'm not going to be like, yo, you're doing your thing. But there's this other DJ so-and-so, yo, he's so amazing. You know? It's just like, all right.
It's true.
It's kind of
It's true.
inappropriate.
They'll say like, "Oh, do you know him?" You know, that's the thing they'll say. Do you know that? They're like, "You're dope. You're a dope DJ level, but do you know him?" You know what I'm saying? They'll say, "Do you know DJ? What you call it? Yeah, he's good too, right?" You know what I mean? They'll
He's
say things of that sort.
amazing. Like he did XYZ, blah blah blah. It's like, oh no, I worked with that person before. It's like, oh, you did?
Yeah.
But that person is still just amazing, out of this world. I'm just like, oh god.
That's how it usually goes, for real, for real.
But you know, I give people the benefit of the doubt. A lot of people are just regular, everyday civilians. They don't understand the game. They don't understand the hustle. They don't understand the etiquette when it comes from one musician to the other. And you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't take it personal. I don't. It's not you. I know that you don't understand. I know that you don't know me, and I know that you're only probably just trying to be polite and just nice.
Yeah, of course.
So you know, I just take it with a grain of salt. I play the game.
You don't take it personal.
I don't. I really don't. I try my best not to. I try my best to separate my facts and feelings all the time. You know what I'm saying? You also asked another half of you had another half of that question.
Yeah, have you ever collaborated, or do you wish to collaborate with anyone in particular?
I do it all the time, and that's part of it, like this whole platform that I'm building now. You know, I feel like through our musicianship, I feel like we have so much more to offer than just our talents. We have stories, as we just told, about people saving us. We have life experiences. We have our own personal feelings, our own love and hates. And to me, when I speak to other musicians, that's what I want to know about. I don't give a damn about what key you're playing in. Oh, you went to the 1 to the 5th. I don't care about that. Who are you? I'm talking to you.
The person behind.
I'm talking to the person. I'm not talking to the musician. You know? And it's just like, for me, I just feel like there's so much more magic and gold and dynamic there. Our musicianship is only a very small fragment of who we really are. Yes. You know? And I always just love to dig into the good, bad, and the ugly. You know? And from there, that's what makes musicians to me dope.
Yeah, that's different. That's different.
Yeah.
That's deep. The person behind the instrument is just as important as the person that you see performing.
to me, it's the most important because it's just like, how did you get here? Mm-hmm. And don't tell me just from locking yourself in a practice room, because I know that's goddamn lie. Who broke your heart? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cheated on you? Who lied to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know that. I really want to get into that conversation.
Yeah.
That's what intrigues me. That's the reason why I have like the MattViolinist Podcast and I have the Extra Fire segment. And that's the reason why I collab with other musicians and everything. Mm-hmm. And the thing that I always talk to other musicians about, and I know I don't have to tell you about this because you a legend in the game. You know what I'm saying? Once I told people that I'm like, yo, I met this dude Haitian Love. They're like, oh, hey, you met Haitian Lover? Yo, he's a legend, bro. You might want to.
Yeah, right.
I'm dead not joking, bro. I'm not joking. I swear to God, I'm not joking. But yeah, it's just like I always tell other musicians, I'm just like, yo, your value is based on where you set it at.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
The clients do not set that. The clients have budgets. You have the value. Mm-hmm. Because you created, you worked on it, you dedicated your entire life to it. Mm-hmm. You set where your value's at.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
That's a fact.
And that's that.
That's a fact.
That is that.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And that's how we grow.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Certain things, once you feel as though you get to a certain level that you want to charge what you charge, you know what I mean? You charge what you charge for a particular reason. You know what I mean? Nobody can tell you what your worth is.
Right.
You decide what is your worth. You know what I mean? There's certain things that you might willing to bend and accept, you know, depending on who's it coming from and what opportunities it might open up for you, or what, you know, what is the beneficiary in a particular situation. But again, you set your own value. You know what I mean? You have to know your own value when it comes to certain things, certain events that you might turn down.
Right.
Because you might look at it as not something that's beneficial for you, that's not going to help you financially, it's not going to help you get to the next level either. So there's certain things that you turn down. Like, I had to realize that. It wasn't until another big DJ told me that. He was like, how there's certain spots that he's not playing. Like, I'm not going to go to the spot at DJ. And I was like, yo, what are you talking about, bro? Like, all right, he's cutting you a check, bro, to play there. He's not making you play there for free. Right. He's like, nah, bro. He said, it's not. There's certain places where I refuse to play anymore. I was like, why? He says, because when you reach a certain level in your life and you start networking with people on a higher level, right, they look at your resume. And when you want to show that you're worth higher now, they're going to look at what you have accomplished in the past. Mm-hmm. And if you're asking for a particular lump sum of money and they say, wait a second, they do research and be like, yo, you played at this little hole in the wall spot and you asking me for this much money? What shows me that you're worth that much money? And
I'm going to stop you right there. Your worth is not necessarily based on... Okay, I'm going to say this. Mm-hmm. The amount of money that you ask for is really just based on how can you leverage what you're asking for to the client. Mm-hmm. If you're charging $15,000 for 35 seconds of DJing or playing, what can you show or what does that client know about you that proves that you are worth that much amount of money, that they should pay you that? Mm-hmm. And just because they don't pay you that doesn't mean that you're not worth that. Yeah. That's not what that means. Mm-hmm. That means that person probably just can't afford it right now, or they don't see it. For me, it's like, it's my goal to figure out a way to make it known that this is what I'm charging, this is the reason why I'm charging it. This is what you're getting. I'm in this soca, dancehall, hip hop, R&B realm. You can't get that from everybody. You can't get that from every violinist. And I know that because I know these other violinists. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Use what you have to leverage what you want.
That's a fact.
And I think that's where it comes down to. You know, and I'm gonna say this now. Like, I keep speaking this into existence. Like, when I make my first millions, I'm telling people now, I didn't make this money because I said yes to everything. I made it because I said no to a lot more than I said yes to. Because if I said yes to everything, I would have been worn down to the ground, dead. Yeah. And that's that. You know
I believe you. Like, I can tell you dedication. Look at your hand.
Oh, nah, you don't want to talk about this. This was something crazy. Yo, I did your event with a broken hand.
Yeah. I remember you told me when I was trying to give you power. You was like, yo, my hand is sensitive right now, bro.
Bro, my shit was swelled up like a potato.
Yeah, it was swelled up, yeah. And you still did your thing. You still did your thing, bro. You still did your thing. Hands down. With a swell, with a swell hand and whatnot. You still did your thing. There's times I've done parties and I'm sick. I've been sick. You know what I mean? Like there's certain parties where I say, you know what, they really need me here. Like I did a wedding and I wasn't feeling well. You know what I mean? Where my voice was going. You know what I mean? So I had to ask somebody, okay, what's a quick remedy I can take to, sustain my voice for, 4 hours, 5 hours real quick. You know what I mean? So it helped me out. It's like, oh, here, drink ginger, drink, his rum with salt in it. You know what I'm saying? All of these little home remedies they were giving me to help my voice. You know what I mean? Because I knew that I had to project my voice and talk. You know what I mean? Even though I wasn't feeling well. To make sure I had my tea and my hot tea next to me. I'm sipping my tea every, you know what I'm saying? Every 2 minutes, I'm taking a sip of my tea and just, keeping it to the point and still doing the job that we got to do, the sacrifices that we make because of the fact that we are very dedicated to our craft, to what we do. You know what I mean?
Speaking of dedication too, like the Chadwick Boseman passing situation.
Yeah.
Bro.
Sad.
Yes. Initially, it's sad. This man was diagnosed. What did they say? Stage 3?
Colon cancer.
No, but he was diagnosed at stage 3.
Yeah, stage 3. Yeah. So it was already a wrap for him.
And bro, speak about dedication. Doing this even when you're not in good health.
Yeah.
Even when you can't think straight, you're just still going. I'm like, bro, that's when you know when you are or are not built for whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah. It was right after. It was right after the Black Panther movie. It started to take a turn. Yeah, after it was maybe a year after it was released, it was a wrap. That's when it started to take a turn for the worse. And there was one interview, I'm not too sure if you saw it. This quick interview. It's like, oh, so what's up with Black Panther #2? Black Panther 2, he's like,
I'm dead.
No, I'm gonna be dead by that time. He said, I'm dead. He said about it. He said, I'm
dead. That's it.
That's what he said. I'm dead. It's like, ha. And the newscaster didn't get. She's like, ha. He's like, nah.
I'm dead.
I'm dead. Like he already knew it, but he wasn't really wanting to. He did not share it with the community. And then when they started to see him lose weight drastically, people were cracking jokes and making fun of him and wow, why is he lose so much weight?
And I don't know how true it is or not, but allegedly he he disabled his comments and everything. When he posted the picture, then he eventually took it down. I don't know because I wasn't following him at that time. I never really followed him or anything like that.
Okay.
But it also made me think too. It's just yo, to other artists and other musicians, you don't gotta explain shit to nobody.
No, you don't.
You don't have to do that.
You don't.
Just listen. I've had people try to give me advice on what I should and should not do. These people have never picked up a violin a day in their fucking life. They've never been anywhere remotely close to where I've been. But you're trying to tell me what I should and should not do. Bro, you're a teacher. And that does not mean that your advice isn't accurate. I also know that experience is the best teacher. You have none.
Okay.
Why am I listening to you? Why am I even talking to you about this? Why am I sharing my journey with you? I feel my feels. Wherever my journey is leading me, that's where I'm going. I could be broke. I could be dead. I could have a broken fucking hand. It does not matter. I'm going where I see fit.
Yeah.
That's it. And Chadwick Boseman was an example of that. He didn't say anything to anybody. We don't really know why. Yeah. We don't know why because we don't know him. But it's just he continued to work. Put out amazing stuff to the best of his ability.
Yeah, exactly. Do as much as he can in the time that he had.
And based on what I saw, he did an amazing job.
Amazing.
Killed it.
Yeah,
no pun intended.
People didn't see his resume. I saw his resume with that whole was it the Booker? What was in the movie?
I'm super naive when it comes to movies, so
you're
asking the wrong person.
But yeah, he was a very talented person, but he didn't get recognized until Black Panther. Black Panther was the role that really pushed him over the top for everybody to recognize who he is. But he had other big roles in other movies as well.
I'm tired of explaining myself, bro. I tell people, you don't have to explain it to everybody. They don't have to get it.
Yeah, they don't have to understand.
Just do the fucking job. You know what you have to do.
Do what you got to do. That's the same reason why people don't want to expose, or not expose, but I would say just share all the things that they do on social media. Everything you do. I'm using the bathroom. I'm cooking something to eat. Like, there's certain things you want to share with the world. It's just cool. It's great. But you don't have to share everything you do.
You don't.
Everything you do on social media. You don't. No.
Do not.
It's a platform to help you, but you don't have to do everything that... You don't have to live your life on social media. Mm-hmm. Live your life. Whatever you decide to share on social media is your business, but live your life first. Because any day now, social media can crumble.
And any day. It's funny because you walked into my studio. You walked in, and we were watching Def Comedy Jam.
Yes.
And you just said live your life first. The reason why I love Def Comedy Jam, not only is it authentic still to this day, mm-hmm. but it was at a time where social media didn't exist. And when the room erupted, it's a room of people having a good time first.
Absolutely.
People are not like uptight. They weren't really uptight, but it's just like when that moment happened, everybody went crazy. Everybody went crazy.
Yeah.
There was no fear of somebody posting you or, becoming a meme or some mm-hmm. shit like that. There's no fear of that.
None of it.
I came out to have a good time, first and foremost.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So, I forgot my point because my fucking camera just overheated, but it's all good.
It's cool. Good. It's cool. We spoke a lot. We spoke about a lot of things today.
No, we really did.
On the podcast. A lot.
Yeah, man. So, we could wrap it up, man. It's not really a problem. So, give them your Twitters and your Instagrams and everything.
Yours truly, Haitian Lover here. You can find me on Instagram at Haitian Lover. You can follow me on SoundCloud. Watch the mixes on SoundCloud. Shout out to my podcast on Spotify as well called I'm Just Saying show. Shout out to Kevin Lee and Miss Bad. You can catch me on all platforms, man, and I appreciate me having the opportunity to come here this evening and do this podcast with you, my brother Matt. Talented brother, well spoken, very articulate and intelligent.
You would have never thought I was stuttering over a mic years ago and shit.
Today I got to meet the person behind the violin, and he's just as significant as his talents. Trust me, he's even more significant than his talent.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, brother, and this is the first of many ventures we hope in the future.
Bro, you're about to be on the next Strings Attached.
Let me know. I'm here.
Oh, we gonna talk. Once we cut this shit off, we're gonna talk, bro. We're gonna talk. Yeah, man. MattViolinist Podcast, DJ Haitian Lover. You already know what it is. I'll catch y'all next time. We out of here.